I'm here with Rebecca, and I'm going to ask her our interview question. How has mass media changed and influenced people's behaviors and interactions during the pandemic?
Okay, so I think media, like the use of media has changed predominantly since the rise of the pandemic. I feel like before the pandemic, media was mostly used for just light communication with people, keeping your friends and family updated on like your life, if you got engaged, if it was your birthday, if you had a baby, stuff like that. But now I feel like media has become our lifestyle and we've become dependent on media for human interaction, like how we're communicating, right? So for jobs, schools, we're on Zoom or any other platform where we're on it for hours at a day at a time, where before we were allowed to do that stuff in person. Let's see. For the interactions part of your question, not interactions, behavior part of your question, I don't think media has changed our behaviors per se. I think it just heightened our behaviors. And as for influenced, I feel like people are more concerned with what they show on social media more than ever. With the pandemic and like other movements that's been happening during this time and the chaos that's been happening during this time, I feel like people are more nervous to show what they are doing on social media for judgment. I feel like people are not really showing them going out, if they are going out, if it's socially distanced or not socially distanced. For stuff like that, I feel like media has become more private than other times. Other than that, for me personally, I think I've also become very dependent on social media. I've been more on technology than I've ever been in my life. I feel like I'm day on end. We're all on Zoom calls, then we're on social media for entertainment. But now that social media has become such a rise, because we have all become dependent on it, I'm curious to see how that's going to impact us once this pandemic is over. So I am curious to see how it has influenced our behaviors. When we go out, are we going to become more socially anxious, or are we going to be more excited to see people? I feel like that's going to be very interesting.
And then I had a question about the news sources. How do you gauge a trusted news source? And do you believe it? How do you?
I feel like even before the pandemic, I didn't really trust news sources. Everything that we're fed nowadays is gauged to what we believe and our own biases. And I feel like because of the rise of the pandemic, the world is so divided more than ever that news media just seems very chaotic, and it's only catering to the demographic, one demographic or the other demographic. So I feel like everything right now, especially in the United States, is conflicted and contradicting itself. That's how I feel about it.
Thank you very much, Rebecca.
Thank you.